every single reel has these three things that it needs in order to sustainably go viral, right? In our agency, we call it the marketing triangle, meaning this is what the content needs. You will see reels that get a lot of views that don't have all of these three. But that's survivorship bias. All of you know these creators that just post a picture of the fucking toe and they get 1 million views. That does happen, but it's not reliable, right? If you have 100 accounts and you post 50 videos a day on each one, of course, you're going to have some viral videos. But our goal is to essentially not guarantee, but make it likely that the video either goes viral or gets more views than the video before. For that, we need to fulfill the marketing triangle. We need to have a certain look. That means how visually attractive it is to look at. Not only the creator, but the entire video and the value. What type of entertainment or reward do the people get, and the USP? What makes you different, right? If you look like any other creator, you get a bunch of views, but they don't convert. So these things are our essentials that we need to keep in mind when we look through this presentation, right? Now, what do I mean by look? Just to give you a definition, it's not about being naked, it's about attractive, right? And the creator itself, there's a bunch of creators, even in this group, that are objectively hot. Like most of you guys have hot creators, but they still look ugly on Instagram. So there's a difference between just being good looking and making the creator actually look good on Instagram. And that means, on the one hand, you don't want to look cheap. You want to look seducing and attractive. All of you guys know that if you see a chick that's wearing like a thong and a bra, for example, yeah, that's hot. But a chick wearing like a tight dress, like a dinner dress, having her makeup done, having her hair in a certain style, that's attractive. So there's a difference. So our goal is to make our creator look mainly attractive, because I guarantee you most people don't find that half-naked shit actually interesting. Everyone's doing that right now. So next of all, besides the creator actually looking hot, hiding her weaknesses and showing her strengths, aka your creator might be hot and having fat tits, but she has a bit of a belly. You know what I mean? She eats a bit too much donuts. So your goal as an agency is to make it, aka tell her which top to wear so her tits look massive, but also making sure that people don't see her belly. So her not wearing fucking crop top or something like that. This is your job as an agency. But besides the creator itself, you also, like I think it's pretty obvious, making sure that the lighting, the angle, the presentation, the location also hook the viewer's eye. This is as important as the creator itself. You can put Megan Fox in an Argentina apartment, you're not going to get any views. But on the other hand, if you put a fucking fat fuck into a well-lit professional studio, you're also not going to get views. So it's a 50-50 split between the location itself, the angles, the lighting, the presentation, but also the creator actually looking attractive. Where the first correlation, I think most agencies know that their creator looks ugly, they just don't know how to fix it. Go through your own reels and actually look at it. Like, would I fuck her, essentially? Would I fuck this creator, yes or no? And the answer most of the time is no. Even for our creators. Sometimes this video sound like, she's hot and pregnant, this ain't it. Right. Next up, the value, obviously. Mainly, we want to see entertainment as the whole thing. So this can be humor, aka we just entertain, do a joke, or share something. Cool. Relatability can, for example, be anyone else, like something that people on a deeper level can relate to. For example, let me tell you, that one friend that you lent money to 3 years ago. And then it's like, oh, bro, I'm going to pay you back tomorrow, whatever. That is relatable to all of us, right? So basically giving people something to relate to and connecting to the video. Educational also, right? Give people actionable steps. For example, my YouTube videos would fall into that category more or less, saying if you can, for example, if you speak to OF subscribers, you want to talk to that girl and you don't know how, here's how you do it, right? That would be an educational video in the OFM sphere. People actually expect some actionables. Cool. Emotional triggers is the same, nostalgia, inspiration, whatever. I think all of these things make sense. Nostalgia could, for example, be ask ChatGPT or Claude, hey, what are the top 10 things that most Americans essentially think about when they think about their childhood? For example, as a German, because there's some Germans in this call here, nostalgia for us would be Pur Plus, Kika, these TV channels that you watched as a child when your mom and dad were fighting during their divorce and they set you in front of the TV so you don't hear about your dad cheating on your mom, as all of us can probably imagine. So these type of nostalgia things, you can just research, put them in the video, because that triggers people much deeper than the basic textual content, right? This is what actually goes viral. Engagement hooks, obviously. What I mean by that is if you start the video, we're going to go to hooks in a sec, but even just making people expect something that is about to happen. Easiest thing to give them value. For example, blah, blah, blah. Beginning of the video, someone in my mentoring did this recently, did a video where it was like POV, you misunderstood the gender reveal party. And then she was like naked. Okay, she's revealing her gender, haha, funny. But if you start a video like this, everyone expects her to be naked. How would you misunderstand a gender reveal party? How would that happen? So once you actually explain the joke, now they invest mentally into the video, aka they're much more likely to watch it again, to follow you, to remember you, to engage. This is why we give them value. It's not just to make the video interesting, but it's also making it much more likely that people make your video go more viral because they give you more watch time, more engagement, more following, but also much more likely that they convert. So this is your money-making KPI right here. Next up, as the last thing, as a definition, we have the USP, aka, okay, what makes her different? Because this is the converting KPI. This is what makes your video that has 1 million views convert to either 5 subscribers or 200 subscribers. So how do we make sure she sticks out from the crowd, right? Obviously, the smaller your brand is, the less easy it is, right? Because if you're still figuring out what videos work well for her, if she has 1 million followers, okay, that's easy. But especially in the beginning, you don't even need to have a whole fucking brand. You don't need to have a whole fucking, even making her videos stand out from the usual video type that you do. For example, let's say you have a gym creator, right? She just goes to the gym and you do gym content. I think a lot of creators do that. What you could do is make her wear high heels to the gym. Or a certain shirt, you know, these meme shirts where there's like the Twin Towers on them and like whatever. You make her wear weird clothes to the gym because now out of 100 gym creators, she's the only one wearing like high heels and a fucking 9/11 shirt. Now she's standing out from the crowd. People remember her. And it's like, ah, yeah, that 9/11 chick in the gym, or that chick that always wears the fucking high heels, because that's what everyone complaining about, right? So without a USP, your conversion goes to 0. Plus, your accounts are just not working for the future, because if you just do the same if you have the same standing as everyone else, the second your account gets deleted, people don't remember, right? And again, same on my YouTube. There's a bunch of very good OFM channels on YouTube, and while mine has been kind of shadow banned, I'm the only one dropping the N-word live, you know? So this is maybe the only part channel, but this is how you end up in this group of retards. So I always give this example. If you were at a Club 70 meetup, or you meet a bunch of fucking agencies, would people recognize a creator if you just tell it to them in like 1 or 2, 3 sentences? Like, yeah, my chick, this is the elevator girl. This girl that does dances in an elevator. For those of you who've been around on the TikTok days, you might even know who I'm talking about when I say the elevator girl. Do you guys remember her? I remember her being fucking viral. And this is your job as an agency to kind of work towards that goal. It's harder to implement that if you have a smaller account, but this is where it essentially needs to end up, because otherwise you're just not going to be competitive.